everyone, my name is Samantha and welcome to my YouTube channel Sewing in Switzerland. So today the video is a little late this week. Unfortunately I've been ill for a few weeks, so I'm just kind of in recovery mode and everything is a little bit slower, a little bit out of sync at the moment. So yeah, I'm running a little bit behind, but still here. So today is one of my favourites. It's one of my favourite episodes. We're doing an episode of Sew the Movies. This is my favourite thing to do, is where I take a film and then a couple of the iconic looks in the film, whatever that may be, and then we go through recreating the movie look with sewing patterns. So it's super fun, and everyone can be involved. So if you're looking at them thinking I've got something that's better, that would work way better, then do please leave it in the comments. Like, I love it when everybody joins in. This is like my ultimate favourite game to play. So I've got two of Team Potatoes with me today. I'm also in a different slightly different setup at the moment. I'm around the other side of the room, so yeah, it's all changed. I'm late, I'm in a different place, it's all going on. So today's movie is When Harry Met Sally. I'm really feeling autumn vibes, and I've kind of missed, I think, the last summer. I've been ill for a few weeks now, so yeah, I've missed a lot of the sunshine. So yeah, we are When Harry Met Sally. I love this film, and I know it gets a lot of hate, and it wouldn't stand up today, but I love it. I love the looks. I love what everybody wears. I love what Billy Crystal's character Harry wears as well. I would equally wear like his looks as well as Meg Ryan's looks. So this is completely focused on Meg Ryan's looks, but I might do another one at a later date where we look at Harry's, or maybe some of the other cast as well, like Carrie Fisher's looks as well, which are also fantastic. But yeah, I had to kind of stay focused somewhere, so we're looking just at Meg Ryan's outfits in this film. So number one, College Sally. So this is where she does like a road trip after university with Harry, and they first meet, and she's got this kind of peppy like knee-length tailored short thing going on with like a tuck-in collared shirt and just kind of like a navy cardigan. It's very relaxed, it's a bit preppy. I definitely wouldn't be wearing tailored shorts on a road trip myself, but whatever works for you, Meg Ryan, whatever works for you. So personally, it's one of those looks that just shouldn't work. I mean, she kind of looks like a Cub Scout, right? But it's Meg Ryan, so it does work. And also she does look really comfortable. So we're going to start here. So for the shirt, I've gone for the Style Arc Maude tunic. So it's got a very similar button placket and collar, but it does have this kind of tunic style, so you don't have the set-in sleeves. I thought that would sit better with the cardigan over the top. Like, you wouldn't get that kind of bunching that you do with shirt sleeves. So that was my thought behind that the Maude tunic would work better. So yeah, there we go. Secondly, for the shorts, okay, there's a few kind of good tailored shorts patterns or Bermuda shorts patterns out there, but I settled on the V9008. So that's a Vogue pattern, because it's got this mock front fly and also front pleats, so you've got this kind of real similar shape, and it actually kind of looks quite spot on, I would say. So yeah, if you're looking for like a tailored short, that one would probably be definitely top of my list. So cardigan, this was a bit tricky, and you'll find that it is a little bit tricky throughout When Harry Met Sally, because a lot of what they wear is knitwear, and it's very hard to get that kind of knitwear look just using a knit fabric. You know, they are obviously knitted garments, so trying to get that with a fabric can be a little bit tricky, but I've given it a go. And at the end, actually, I've also made a list of some like sweater patterns that are like turtlenecks and cozy jumpers, that if you're not a knitter or you're not a crocheter or you don't work in, you know, like fibre arts, purely just sewing, then you can get a similar look from using like stretch fabric. So yeah, I've still got you covered. I did my homework, okay? So the cardigan is S9272. So that's a simplicity pattern. It comes as a set with the trousers and the blouse, but we're just gonna, you know, ignore those for the sake of this video. The cardigan, it's not bad. You've got the scoop neck, the kind of, it finishes at hip length, you've got the buttons down the front. It's a pretty good cardigan pattern by the looks of it. It does match the When Harry Met Sally outfit. However, I will say the one on the film does look knitted, because you've got this kind of ribbed cuff that she has that you see in the diner that her and Harry eat at. So yeah, whereas this is just like a stretch fabric. So it does work. It's not perfect, but it does work. And also, I found it quite difficult to find this style of cardigan. I don't think that we see them very much anymore. Like when I was at school, we all had like cardigans like this. But now they tend to be much boxier, much baggier, much kind of loose fitting. So yeah, that's the only one that I could find in that style actually. So if you have any cardigan patterns or recommendations too, please let me know. So number two is the trickiest. This is the one I've really struggled with, so I do need your help with this one. This is when Sally has the Marie's wedding dress guest outfit. So when Carrie Fisher's character Marie gets married and Sally is the you know, I don't know, guest or whatever you want to call it. And she's got this fantastic, it is stunning, it is so stunning, full length dress with a dropped waist, and then you've got like gathers all along here, and it kind of is like in a diagonal shape, and then you've got this gorgeous princess seaming, and you've got this green versus like a little bit of black here, and then you've got these fantastic puff sleeves. It is just magnificent. It is really a work of art. And you know, I must have spent best part of a week trying to find this pattern to match this. In the end, I've got a bit of a mashup. Do you know, the weirdest thing is, I don't know if I'm like just dreaming it now, but I'm sure I've seen a dress recently that's very similar to this, but I'm not sure now if it was like a cosplay outfit or, you know, like a costume outfit pattern. Definitely seen something with that dropped waist look, but I can't for the life of me find it, or, you know, maybe I'm just dreaming it. I don't know at this point. So I thought that we could get a mashup of the two using the Stitch Witch pattern company patterns. So for the dropped waist, but again, it's like a curved front drop waist rather than the triangle shape, is the Stitch Witch pattern Lilith dress. And then for the puff sleeves, if you use a Stitch Witch pattern again, but the Capulet dress has this fantastic elasticated big puffball sleeve that you could definitely get the same look with from like a taffeta or an organza, or, you know, even if you made that in like a lining and then used your main fabric over the top to hold the shape, maybe it would work, but it does need some, you know, like mashup, basically some navigating. Now I did find a pattern that's really cool, and I'll put the link in the description just so you can kind of see it for funsies. It's the McCall's 3142 pattern, and this is out of print. I think this has been out of print since sometime in the 80s. It's it's fantastic, but I could only even find like 1 or 2 that were actually even for sale. So yeah, it's got this great dropped waist. It's very 80s. It's a bit kind of Cyndi Lauper-ish as well. Again, it's not an exact match, but it's not half bad. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description because it's just a great one to find and look at. And obviously it's out print, and we get so many like retro patterns now being, you know, remastered and reprinted, and we kind of haven't seen any resurgence of like the 80s patterns. I want to see some, you know, really big shoulder pads. I want some like power suits. I want to dress like Cyndi Lauper, okay? None of this like 50s ball gowns. I've got enough of them. I want a power suit now. I want the shoulder pads, people. So yeah, take a look at that one. That one's fun. So if you have seen this pattern or something similar, please let me know, because I feel like I've trawled through every single sewing pattern company over the last week, just adamant that I've seen something similar somewhere, but I just can't for the life of me think where that was. So the next one, number 3, Airport Sally. So this is where she bumps into Harry early on in the film, and he doesn't remember her, and she started dating this guy, and you know, he's engaged to be married, and they don't really like each other at this point. And yeah, they're sat in the airport, in the airplane together, and they see each other at the airport. So you only really see a small amount of the outfit, but it is iconic. She's got this amazing blazer, like this kind of very fitted blazer, and then she's got this underneath, she's got like this pussy bow blouse, but instead of the bow being much lower, as well like accustomed to, you know, with a lot of the bow blouse patterns that are out there, these are much lower, whereas this one's like high up on her neck. So for this one, I thought the best one would be the assembly line tie bow blouse, because the bow sits much higher. It's up here, whereas there's loads of pussy bow blouses out there, but they do kind of hang much lower. So I think this was a pretty good match for it sitting much higher. Hello, pumpkin. Hello, sweet potato. So the next one is the Cossack Claw Patterns Jessica blazer, not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's just a fitted blazer that comes really highly recommended. So if you're looking to make a blazer, or you know, begin your kind of coat making journey in a little bit more detail, get a little bit technical, I would definitely recommend starting with this one, because it comes with this incredible booklet on, you know, a wealth of information on sewing it, and there's information on the websites about on the Cossack Claw blog about fitting, and it's just a really fantastic resource if that's something that you're looking to get into, especially as it's like a kind of a fitted blazer as well, so it's not like super baggy, it's not, you know, hanging off the body, it's just a nice structured, well done blazer. So yeah, I think this was a really great match actually in terms of blazers. If you have a die-hard go-to blazer pattern, do let me know in the comments, because that was the one that really stood out to me, and I couldn't really think of any others that were like particularly good. So okay, number 4 is bowler hat Sally, or you know, Central Park Sally. So this one's iconic. This is the one, when you think of when Harry met Sally, you have this image of Meg Ryan in this fantastic bowler hat and these glorious trousers, just strolling through an autumnal Central Park in New York, and there's, you know, crunchy leaves on the floor. Oh, I love it. Gonna have to go get a pumpkin spice latte after this, I think. Oh, delicious. So the trousers, this is the pattern match that I am most proud of. So for the trousers, and the trousers are just perfection. It's really hard to show it in a picture because you can't see the movement, Whereas when you watch the film, you can kind of see how they move on her body and how they kind of, that kind of gentle movement with the offsets, the structure of the trouser. It's just, oh, it's fantastic. It is fantastic. So the best ones that I found was the Bella Loves Patterns. And this is the Billy trousers. And they are just magnificent. They are stunning. Absolutely love them. And they're just a real dead ringer for the bowler hat Sally trousers. I think, anyway, personally, I think I've done a good job with this one. So yeah, again, I would pair it with the Jessica or the Jessica blazer. And then underneath, I think that she had a really lightweight knitted jumper on. It's got like little flowers on it. I couldn't really tell if it was like a knit or a blouse, so it was easier to find a blouse that kind of complemented the look rather than a non actually knitted or crocheted jumper. So we've gone for a blouse. Okay, so the assembly line puff shirt is a pretty good match because it doesn't have any, you know, like closures or like little ties or dangly bits or any kind of features at all on it. It's just a plain like blouse. It's a good blouse, it's a nice blouse, so it kind of gives that very similar look because there's nothing going on at the front of her shirt or her jumper or whatever it is. So I think it's a pretty good match. I'm afraid I don't have a pattern for the bowler hat, so yeah, we're all gonna have to get into like hat making for that one, I think. So these are my favourite looks from the Sally, when Harry met Sally. I kind of definitely want to do Harry as well because he has got some iconic sweatshirt looks where they're like cut off and he's like layered different like loungewear on top of each other. It's good. It's good. So I've also got 3 very recommended sweater patterns. This is mainly if you're like not into knitting or you're not into crochet and purely sewing, so you can still get a very similar kind of jumper look. And the first one is from Named Clothing, and that's the Talviki or the Talviki, I don't know if I'm saying that right, sweater. It's got a great kind of boxy shape. It's very Meg Ryan. It would look fantastic with the Bella Loves patterns. Billy trousers, any of them would look incredible to Billy trousers, to be honest. So the next one is the Monroe turtleneck pattern. There's a lot of turtlenecks in the film. I love a good turtleneck. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I know it's a bit like Marmite, but yeah. And this is from Tessuti, so again, I'll put the links in the description. And the last one is one from Paper Cut Patterns, and they do a rise and fall turtleneck. And again, that's really similar. It's great to have a range of jumpers in your sewing repertoire, especially as it's quite difficult actually to find some kind of good jumpers. What I would like to see is a real kind of chunky sweater, somewhere like between a jumper and a hoodie. I don't know. Is that something do you think we could find maybe? Does it exist? Am I asking too much? So yeah, what do you think? This is one of my favourite things to do, is sew the movies. I absolutely love it. It's a real passionate hobby of mine and I like to share it with you guys. So yeah, this is the autumn edition. Pumpkin Spice Party, When Harry Met Sally, Sew the Movies. Do let me know if you're thinking, Sam, you've missed something vital from the film, or you've missed, you know, a particular dead ringer for one of the patterns. Please let me know in the comments because I just love it when everybody gets involved and plays along. So yeah, I will wish you all a wonderful day and thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.